if you guys are exploring data engineering today, you'll probably notice something, right? Most courses look very similar. What we have in the market. We learn some SQL, we learn some Python, maybe a few tools like maybe Spark, Airflow, build some small capstone project, and that's about it. But when you are looking for the actual data engineering job description, the expectations are very different from what we learn. Companies want people who understand databases properly, who understand data modeling, cloud, data warehousing, distributed systems, or maybe workflow orchestration, real-time data processing, and increasingly these days AI-powered data system. And that's exactly why I wanted to make this video. So hi everyone, I am Manan Narula, senior data engineer working at Microsoft Data and AI team, and I've been also mentoring learners at Bosscoder for the last 1 year. And in this video, I'll walk you through the complete Bosscoder Data Engineering curriculum, which I'll be explaining each module, what we have in each module and how it maps to companies, what companies are actually looking forward for today's scenario. So let's just start it with the first module, which we have is programming fundamentals. And this is where many learners underestimate the importance of fundamentals. That is the SQL and Python. So SQL and Python are taught here, are advanced and industry focused. Not the general beginner content you will see in most courses. You will get deep understanding of SQL concepts like joins, aggregation, CTs, subqueries, window functions. We get recursive CT. We'll get to know about regex, query optimization. Alongside you'll get to learn about Python fundamentals, which we have oops functions, oops programming. We get to understand about data analyst tools like NumPy, pandas, visualization, and real world data handling. You'll even build you can say stock market projects using Python, a real world project. The objective is very simple, like build strong programming fundamentals before we move on to the data engineering concept. So that is the first module, which is fundamentals. Next, we have second module, which is data engineering fundamentals, not the coding one, you can say, which we learned previously. So this is where you start thinking like a proper data engineer. You learn how databases actually work, right? About relational database, about NoSQL, columnar database, graph database. We get to know about indexing, sharding, query optimization, about database architecture. You'll also learn data warehousing concepts in this module like OLTP, OLAP, star and snowflake schema. We get to know about SCDs, ETL workflows, DBT. One part that I personally like is data modeling. You'll solve real system designing problems across domains like banking, e-commerce, you can say ride-hailing platforms, healthcare system, and streaming application. Because while tools change, the strong fundamentals remain same across, valuable throughout the career. So that is the major thing. So with that, module 2 will get completed, and with module 3, we'll get to know about data engineering tools which we have in the market. Now we move into the tools most people associate with data engineering. The tools which we have like Airflow, Spark, Kafka, Snowflake, Databricks, Hadoop, and other important technologies used in the modern data platform these days, right? So, but this module is not just about learning tools. It's about more on the learning how to use them together. You will also learn concepts like Lambda, Kappa architecture understanding, how large scale data systems are built, right? So by the end of the module, you will have experience building the system similar to what modern tech companies use in production. So that is module 3 which we have. So in module 4 we have cloud technologies. So today almost every serious data engineer role involves cloud part, right? So that is where the curriculum covers all about the cloud which we have. That is AWS, Azure, GCP, all the 3 kind of cloud which we have in the market. You will work with services such as BigQuery, Dataflow, Google Cloud Storage, Azure Synapse, Azure Data Factory, Azure Databricks, Amazon S3, Amazon Glue, Lambda, and more. Alongside cloud, you'll also learn about DevOps concept as well, relevant to data engineering topics, like which is asked in the interview, like which includes Docker, Kubernetes, Terraform. We have Jenkins, GitLab, and we have CI/CD pipelines as well. Because building pipeline is not only one part of the job, but deploying and automating and managing them is really important. Then we have module 5, which is DSA for data engineering. So this module majorly covers the programs which we generally ignore, right? Which is the DSA part. But companies like Microsoft, Amazon, Google still evaluate people more on the DSA concept, which is really important. That is why the curriculum includes DSA specifically tailored for data engineering concepts, which is really important in terms of interview. So you will cover the most important patterns and topics that commonly appears during the hiring process of big tech companies, making prepared like much more focused on practical approach. Then we have module 6, which is Gen AI and agentic AI. As you know, AI is increasing day by day. So this is where the AI impact of the program comes into picture. As AI adoption continues to grow, data engineers increasingly needs to understand how modern AI system works behind the screen. You learn about LLMs, APIs, RAG, prompt engineering. You know about embedding vectors database, semantic search, RAG pipelines, chunking strategies, and agentic workflow as well. You'll also learn about practical concepts such as hallucination, prompt ingestion, attack. So this is what makes programming AI first, you can say. Not because it ignores data engineering fundamentals, but because it combines the strong data engineering foundations with the technologies shaping the future of the industry, also including the projects as well. And also it involves mentorship and career support as well. Another aspect I genuinely like about the program is it emphasizes on execution. You will build portfolio level projects which is inspired by the real world system, from Kafka to Spark based streaming platforms to systems like Airflow pipelines. We'll get to know about Snowflake workflows, BigQuery projects, and cloud-based data platforms. Alongside that, every learners get a dedicated one-on-one mentorship session as well, which is really important. That tracks your progress throughout your career journeys. Mentor will be working in a real-level product-based company, someone who can guide you, review you, take some mock sessions as well. And finally, we'll get to cover the career support as well. I have seen highly skilled people struggling to get interviews simply because they don't know how to position themselves, how to position their resume, how to position themselves in the market. That's why Bosscoder supports learners throughout their profile building as well, like how to optimize their profile, self-job search training, companies opportunities throughout the hiring partners, get some referral through its alumni network. So the goal actually here is not just to help learners acquire the skill, but also the goal is to help them become job ready as well in the market. So that's the complete curriculum breakdown of Bosscoder Data Engineering. If you're looking for a program that combines fundamentals, tools, cloud technologies with AI, projects, and mentorship and career support in one of the structured learning program, this is definitely worth exploring. Thank you for watching this video.